Hi, I'm Jill Sandwright Callender, the author of the Happy Little Garbage Truck picture book and educational program. Today, we're talking about a few more activities that have to do with regulating a child. In particular, yesterday we spoke about focused attention, and I said that there are two types of meditation: focused attention and open monitoring. Well, today we're going to look at the second type of meditation, generally spoken of as open meditation. And the reason why, before I start with open meditation, the reason why we're focusing on these two types of meditation, and we'll go on to talk about other mind body activities, is because these all of these meditative practices have been shown through research to build up the interoceptive network and the insula, which is the switch that coordinates the external sensations that we're experiencing and allows us to internalize what they mean to our bodies. And those go through the insula and it coordinates it, especially switching between different states of mind and different parts of regions of the brain, which include the default mode network, the executive functioning network, which has to do with thinking and cognitive skills, and the salience network, which has to do with the instantaneous reactions we have, fight or flight, some call it, but also the aha moments, I even say, because sometimes those moments are needed to propel us into activity. So all of these are coordinated and switched back and forth to via the insula. So these two areas of the brain also, which was the most important to me, have been implicated are implicated with this a central role in attention, intention, and other cognitive functions, which we'll talk about in a bit. So, since we've looked at focused attention, which is pretty much breathing and noticing what your heart rate is and how fast or slow it's going, open meditation is often referred to as mindfulness meditation. And this is a non reactive, non judgmental monitoring of ongoing experiences. And it's your thoughts, your body sensations, as well as external stimuli. And a lot of people call this being in the moment. So, this is a broad, open monitoring is a broad term, as I said, for a category of practices, but they're I guess the thing that they have in common is they don't necessarily involve focused attention on one part of the body. So, one th- some believe that this is also involved in a higher order of awareness, meta awareness. It's you're thinking about how you're thinking and what you're thinking. And the attention is on those stream of thoughts and experiences within the moment. Say, like you're sitting on the beach and you're feeling the wind blowing on your face and you smell the ocean air and you see the sun is out and you feel the warmth of the sun on your body and you're just taking in all of these things in that moment, not thinking, oh, what am I going to make for lunch? Just you're there. So this can start, strangely enough, or I guess it does make sense, just by noticing your breathing, and you might shift into noticing other sensory or emotional or cognitive experiences. And I think with children, you can kind of guide them along. And I'm quite sure that there are some YouTube videos that help in this particular kind of meditation for children. But it seems that focused attention enhances open monitoring and one can lead easily to the other. So I think just as a teacher or a parent, you could have your child or student think about, how they're breathing and then ask them what do they smell in the room or, it's like in where they are. If it's their mother, if you're at home and it's on Zoom, what's your mother cooking sausages? How does your tummy feel now? And just, try to bring them to that moment. And the reason why this is so important is that a lot of the practitioners of meditation believe that this meditative practice may also reveal and weaken habitual patterns of thinking or of thought. So, focused attention and open monitoring, as well as other mind body practices, promote brain changes, specifically the insula. And it does impact and strengthens a child's ability to self regulate. And in my classroom, I've noticed this, and this is why I'm really excited about finding out how this actually works because I just saw it from the external, not knowing what was going on internally, that as we had children smell the flower, blow out the candle, even count slowly on their fingers to 10, this distracted them from their possible escalation into an episode of behavior, and they were distracted to slow their body down by counting and looking at their fingers. That's being in the moment. And with time, I've even seen students realize that they were becoming escalated and start doing the deep breathing, smelling the flower, blowing out the candle all by themselves. And, sometimes we use their finger just to remind them as a physical representation of the flower and the candle. And it was so wonderful to see because that's what we're trying to build, self-regulation, because that builds self-esteem in a way that hardly anything else I believe can compare to with a young child when they're able to see that they are escalating and to slow it down and possibly extinguish that behavior. So, tomorrow we're going to look at another type of mind body connection and we'll just take a closer look at it. I'm thinking that we'll talk about yoga tomorrow. So, until then, we'll see you and have a great day. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for those of you who have. All righty. Bye bye.